I'm here in the Comptroller's office in City Hall with legendary broadcaster and voice of the Buffalo Bills, John Murphy, who's the latest speaker in Comptroller Schroeder's lecture series. Now, John, what did you talk about with the employees in City Hall today?
First of all, I'm a little afraid when you refer to me as legendary. That to me that denotes age, and I guess I am. I've been around a while, but we talked about the Bills. There's a lot of excitement about the 2015 Buffalo Bills season, and understandably so. The Bills had a pretty good year last year with 9 wins, and have one of the best defenses in the NFL, and they've added probably the most flamboyant coach in the NFL in Rex Ryan. So people are pumped up. We're approaching training camp time, and it's good to be around fans who are excited about the upcoming season. That's what we focused on.
Now, John, you're mostly known for sports and broadcasting. You were the news anchor, or sports director and sports anchor at 2 local stations. You're obviously the voice of the Bills. You host a radio show. But being here in City Hall, you're no stranger to government. Your father was an assemblyman who passed legislation initiating the I Love New York program. Your brother is a judge in Niagara County, and your wife, who is also a broadcaster along with you, was Orchard Park Town Supervisor. How important is public service? And is there any chance you'll run for office someday?
No chance. Let me get that out of the way right away, but because I love what I do. But yeah, I grew up around that. My grandfather actually was Niagara County Democratic Party chairman for decades, back in the era of Franklin Roosevelt and those days, back in the 30s and 40s, when Franklin Roosevelt into the 20s really was governor of New York State. And so my dad grew up around it, and he about midway through his life was approached to run for New York State Assemblyman, and he ran and served for I think 18 years, and loved the life and loved the public service aspect of it in Albany. And as you mentioned, my brother Matt is now a Niagara County court judge. He was the district attorney in Niagara County for 16 years. I believe the longest tenured district attorney in Niagara County history. So yeah, campaigns and politics are a part of our family. Mary had a great 4-year run as supervisor in the town of Orchard Park and decided not to run for re-election. And I help out where I can, but there is absolutely no chance that I'll be running for office. None.
Now, we just lost legendary broadcaster Van Miller recently. You had the opportunity not only to work alongside with Van as a color analyst when he was the play-by-play announcer for the Bills, but you also succeeded Van as the play-by-play announcer. What was it like to work with him, and what was it like to follow in his footsteps?
Yeah, it was great to work with him. We had a 16-year partnership together. He was play-by-play, and I was a color analyst, and we had just a wonderful time. And I learned so much from him about broadcasting, and we became pretty good friends, really good friends, as a matter of fact. And to succeed him in that job was intimidating. The man's in 5 halls of fame, including an honor from the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And so that set you back a little bit. And I learned early on not to compare my work as a play-by-play guy, which I'm going into my 12th season now, not to compare my work to his, because there's no way I'd be able to measure up or sleep at night for that matter. But, it was great. On a professional level, he was a great mentor and a great instructor on how to do it right. And on a personal level, he was a very, very good friend. So he's going to be missed.
Now back to the Bills. Rex Ryan, as you mentioned, was hired. How has he changed the culture, and how will that translate on the field?
The second part of your question is the interesting part, to which I do not have the answer to, but he's changed the culture a great deal in terms of, I believe the players feel freer and looser and more able to show their talent on a regular basis. There was sort of a tightness around the Doug Marrone era that Rex Ryan has lifted, and that's his style. That's Rex Ryan's style, to let the players play and let the players have fun. He took a couple of days out of mini camps and OTAs to go on like team bonding trips, and it seems to me the players responded well to that. All of it doesn't matter if you don't win, and as one Bills longtime scout used to say to me over and over again, there's a million different ways to skin the cat, and there is in the NFL. So this is the approach they're trying now. I think it'll bear fruit. I think there's a ton of talent on the Buffalo roster that doesn't need unnecessary tightness. I think they'll respond well to Rex Ryan's style.
Thanks for joining us in Comptroller's Corner, John, and thanks for talking to the employees today.
Thanks.